Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be going after some dragons. For real this time. For real this time. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, funny thing, according to you guys, apparently my Let's Play has now become a JoJo episode. So, anyways, you see this cool thing that's behind me and on my feet? Well, that's kind of really cool. I actually really like this. So what you see here is the projector from this mod. I have, my Hosian, I think, I have the hardest time pronouncing this. Of course, it's not my native language, but still, this is a projection that you can see here, or a projector. But if you right click a piece of armor on it, doesn't work with tools, which would be really cool if it did work with tools. But basically you can click a piece of armor on it and it will take on this property, the property that it has at the moment. So it would be this large on me. I would have these spinning rings. So this is 3 different projector settings that I have casted on here. The one on my back, basically you can open this up and you can start messing around with the settings. So if you want this higher, you can set this to 1 instead of where it was at, and you can see that it has now raised. Now, of course, at the moment, these are kind of off by 1. So you kind of have to look at this as X is actually right here and Y is actually right here. That's just a small bug. I mean, it's not like it's game breaking or anything. But I kind of have this little projection set here on my spawner because this is my little, humanity ruining, innocent slaying area. Yes. So I wanted it to look kind of demonic and scary, and cause it is, it's not supposed to be a happy place. This is supposed to be a nasty place. This over here is my happy place. All right. So we got good mana going on over here. Technically, I don't know, cause I'm going to be killing the Gaia Guardian. So really, am I the bad guy? I think I'm definitely the bad guy at this point. Like 100%, like I'm the one ruining the world here. Speaking of the Gaia Guardian, I want to talk a little bit about how expensive the fight for the Gaia Guardian is as far as mana cost goes. Because to make a single Oustil, which I have 1 made, it was expensive, incredibly expensive. It ended up costing me 2 full mana pools to make 1. That's how much this costs. So I'm going to go ahead and craft 1. So we place this here. Of course, it's the same way as making Terra Steel. By the way, I have enough Terra Steel now. Look at this. This is literally going to consume half of all 4 of my mana pools here. Now, of course, I do have these full mana pools. But wow, it is that is quite a significant amount of mana. 2 entirely full mana pools. It only takes a half a mana pool, by the way, to make Terra Steel. So just to put that in perspective, that's how much mana you're going to need. And you're going to need 2 of these, I believe, because I was looking at the pylon. So to make the Gaia pylon, which we actually need 4 Gaia pylons, we actually need also 4 Oustil pylons in order to make these. And then, of course, we also need Terra Steel. So we're going to need some more Terra Steel to make this, at least 2. So we're pretty much going to need 2 nuggets of each because, of course, we can make 3 pylons out of each one of these, out of 1. So we're definitely going to need 2, and it requires a gas tier as well. So, of course, then these break down even further, and they're pretty simple at that point. So long as you have enough mana. Yeah, that consumed, you can look at it, that definitely consumed 2 entire mana pools worth of mana. Because these are all now set to half. Crazy. That is a crazy large amount of mana. Now, I need to craft these pylons because today we're going to go after the Gaia Guardian, and I hope this battle is going to be pretty easy. We're actually going to go to our flat mining dimension to do this battle. I think it's going to be the best place to set this battle up. We also need a beacon. So luckily we fought a wither the other day to kind of test out our gear, or yesterday, I think. And yeah, by the way, this thing is now at 24.4 damage. I also went ahead and re-enchanted this. So this is crazy, right? So long as you have enough experience, it doesn't matter what you put on this thing. You can put anything on it. As you can see, I have sharpness and smite on here. I think the only thing I don't have is Bane of Arthropods, right? So we have smite on here, and we also have sharpness. That's ridiculous. There's so much on here. Like I can't even, like, it's, yeah. Anyways, this sword is ridiculous. I want to take this. I did put Vorpal in here as well. I ended up getting another Vorpal drop. I basically just kept re-enchanting a sword over and over again and pulling off of its enchants, which for some reason it felt like the experience was kind of weird, kind of wonky. for me. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with experience. It just feels different than normal. At the same time, I've been just using this, and you can see the more I use it, the higher that number goes up. But the good thing is it's going to rapidly increase over time. So the more it fills up, of course, the more that this is going to be used. And as you can see, the durability on this has definitely gone down over time from using our mana, or basically storing the mana, because it costs mana to upgrade this sword. So I can, at the moment, I can store about 5,000 mana, and I can only kill about 6 villagers and increase my level by like 0.2 per villager. So that's a pretty slow process, and I don't know if this sword is actually going to be better than this sword with Vorpal, along with some of the Mystic Code stuff that I also have added in here as well. Because I have Borrowed Authority, which is ridiculous. We're going to go over that too. Strengthening, and of course over here I have my my Fey sight, so I can just see the ley lines. It's not a I don't necessarily need to keep this one on here, but I can hot swap at any time because this is unbreakable. These scrolls will not break. We only need to keep one in there, and this will not break, so we pretty much have unlimited scroll use so long as we have the mana to provide for it. So if you haven't seen this before, it's actually pretty interesting. We can go ahead and visualize this. I'm actually going to break this block so I can place this down under the ground here, so I can place it where I kind of want it, which is going to go right here. So now that I have it set in place, I can just go ahead and mine this out and pretty much build it myself. Now it is going to set on a layer of 9 iron blocks, not too expensive. There we go. And we're also going to have some like actual cobblestone, or not cobblestones, sorry. We're actually going to have, we're basically going to raise these up with some dirt pillars. Go ahead and get the rest of this in. There we go. Just a little bit of a dirt. All right. And then our beacon is going to go right in the center. Now, these, however, are going to need something to be placed on, and they're going to go a few blocks out, just like this. So you can just use the guide for Botania. This makes it so much easier, so you don't have to kind of guess where things are located. Once you get everything set up, you'll get a little notification saying it's complete. And there we go. We now have our little Gaia spawning beacon. I don't even know what you want to call this. Multi-block. That was kind of more expensive than normal as the Gaia pylons add up. Now, if you want, you can have this give you a like speed effect if you really want to. I'm not really worried about it. But that is something you can do. You can actually use it as a thing. So this battle should be pretty interesting. We should be able to hit it with some Terra Steel. So we just take a Terra Steel ingot, and this is how we're going to actually activate this thing. I think that I am going to be fine. I'm going to take the jetpack off because the jetpack is not going to actually benefit us at all. We can't fly during this battle. So we do need to stay stationary, and I think having as much health as possible is going to be great. Having that regeneration is going to be nice. There is some other things that we could potentially do that involve this mod, but I don't know. I don't know if it's anything that I'm even worried about. I think I'm just going to go for direct damage with these two swords. I might, however, strengthen this sword. We're going to see how that goes. If we go ahead and take a look, I can go ahead and set it to strengthen. I don't want to use Borrowed Authority. I'm kind of scared of that one, to be honest, because if I hit him with Borrowed Authority right here, and he will run into this pylon and probably break the pylon. And yeah, I'm gonna show you what Borrowed Authority does later on. It does cost a little bit of mana, different kind of mana than Botania, but it does cost a little bit. So yeah, that's a thing. But I do want this set on strengthening. That's going to strengthen the first item in my slot. So this right here, it's going to strengthen that. And I think we're ready to go. Get ready for music. Shift right click. Oh boy. Yeah, the music's always so loud. I'm going to use the Borrowed Authority. Now this has strengthened. Oh wow. Look at that damage. We're not even getting withered. Not even at all. No wither at all. Wow. Look at that Vorpal. Did all that damage. Holy smokes. Easy sauce. So easy. Look how far they get shot back. Holy moly. That's crazy. Okay. I'm ready for him to get through his face. This is just something I can't hit him here. Like, he's invincible right now. So we have to get through the damage phase from him summoning his mobs. I knew this was going to be a pretty quick battle. With the way our damage and our actual armor is, it's just, it would be too insane for us not to just completely destroy the Gaia Guardian. And yeah, that's it. That was the battle. Wow. Okay, and now we're getting the weather effect? Question mark? We just now get affected by it? Okay. So, no transmitter in range, but I should have some stuff in my inventory now. It looks like we got a nice little spawn egg there. So I wanted Gaia Spirits so I can turn that into something special, because what we need to do is take a piece of Terra Steel, and this right here is going to be upgraded into a Gaia Spirit ingot, and this is going to be the last item needed to make ourselves an angel ring. That's right, we're about to have flight. Man, I hope these dragons are ready for us, because I'm not ready for them. I'm honestly, like, I just think it's going to take a long time to kill them. But I don't know, Vorpal might come in handy. We didn't try Vorpal when we first went in there. So I just wanted to show this real quick, because I just one-shot this. I was just going ahead and getting my 2 nether stars that I need for that ring. And, oh my. So I'm going to go ahead and use this again to strengthen this. Literally, he popped, and I hit him twice, and that was it. That, like, boom. So maybe more than once, so 3 times there, but like that, I think the Vorpal kicks in, so you just gotta get lucky with a shot of Vorpal, and oh my. Yeah, along with being strengthened, insane, absolutely ridiculous. So at this point, I'm pretty sure I have everything for this. So we have our diamond ring that we need to make, and this is just the base for the angel ring itself. Now we need to make this. Okay, I think the last thing I probably won't have is the pixie dust. Oh boy, we have everything but the pixie dust. So a couple of ender pearls, and that's all we need. Wow, okay, pixie dust is going to go in here. And if you don't know, well, then you must have missed a couple of episodes, because I did show this when we first made this. So toss that in there, bam, we get pixie dust from the Alpine dimension. They are super kind. They're like, ooh, fancy mana pearls. I'm going to give you something in exchange. So they give me some pixie dust, and that is going to get us an angel ring, which is creative flight. Oh my. Do we have to have it in a slot? Apparently the slot is called the angel ring slot right here. And there we go. We have actual creative flight now. Ah, how refreshing. It's super refreshing to have this. For one thing, this does make building so much easier, but we have dragons to fight, and they have a little bit of an advantage. They can go really fast, and we can't. So I'm noticing I did use a spell earlier. So if I go back into this mod, I did use this spell, which is called the Scroll of Shared Pain. Basically what this does is any damage that affects me is going to affect the host, the person that hurt me. Now, I didn't know it was like permanent. I don't know if it's got a super long durability or what, but it's still active. And I don't even have it in my gauntlet anymore. So I don't know, but this is what it says it does. I just want to let you know, if you see a mob getting hurt, that was me experimenting. Yeah, it's very strange. By the way, I let these guys just spawn so they could go do some things, but apparently they formed some kind of cultic society here, and it's kind of scary actually. I'm like, this guy must be their leader. I don't know. Maybe they're rising up against me. I should probably stop killing them. So I did promise you guys I'd show you what Borrowed Authority does, and let's just say it's a little powerful. So let's use one of these sheep, for example, and let's just do this creeper, because you know what? I just don't like creepers. So I'm going to enact it. I am charged up. I'm fast. And we just hit that so hard that it punched a hole in the ground. Yes. It's ridiculous. I don't know how much damage we're actually doing. I want to use this on the dragons. I think that's going to be just so ridiculous. It lasts quite a while. Okay, so it lasts a little bit, but it does use like 900 mana. So it did use, well, I think it uses less than 900, because unless I had a whole bunch stored up, it shouldn't use all that much. Let's take a look. We have Borrowed Authority, which is in here. It is buried. I wish there was a way to search. So yeah, it uses 900, so I was right. 900 mana from the caster on use. So 900 mana, also, when it says caster from use, it also means the attuned. So you can't have it stored up in here. Unless you actually have 900, which I'm actually getting pretty close to that 900 mark. So the more I keep using this mod, which I definitely will because I'm loving it so far. Yeah, I definitely going to use this against the dragon. So let's go test this out and see if it does anything against a dragon. And I want to see if this Vorpal is going to do anything against a dragon as well. So we are in this dimension again. Oh boy. And dragons are on the menu. So I kind of want to go after one if we can find one that is nearby. Hopefully. Oh, there's some blazes. I did go ahead and set a waypoint this time so I can easily find my way back. Okay, so here's one. Now, borrowed authority. First, I want to use the strengthened. Okay, so we just got picked up. I want to use the strengthened on my sword. Then I want to enact borrowed authority. And then I want to send this guy. Oh my god, I just like sent him into hell. Like, WT did I just do to this guy? Wow, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's like, wow, did you just do that to me? Holy smokes, man. This is a mess. Oh my. A laggy mess. Oh boy. He's not doing nothing to us. So us hitting him is not like, yeah. It's ridiculous. Can't even see the health, but I know eventually, like, if we do enough damage, we might get something out of this. This might take a while though. I can just stand here and just do this for days. Like, we're not taking any damage. So at this point, I have this guy almost about to die. I did have to clean up some items because blocks do break, which is kind of unfortunate. And yeah, but this guy, let's go ahead and get him out of here. Oh, nice. You're making this easy on me. This is gonna be perfect. All right, come at me, bro. Pick me up. Pick me up. I don't want you to go back down. I want you to stay. Because we are so close. Look at it, 400 health. What a battle. It's just an absolute, like, mess of a battle, but... And... it should be dead soon. There, it's dead. Oh my. Yes, we did slay a dragon, even though it is incredibly laggy to do so. And I don't know if anybody, I mean, that doesn't have, like, a PC similar to what I have can do it, but I don't know. I have to break this out. I have like half of my normal frames, if that. Oh boy, hey, look at this screenshot level stuff right here. So now a really interesting thing that happened was there's actually several other dragons that were down in that hole. It was lagging so bad that I wasn't able to really do anything, but I should be able to harvest this guy. It is a ice dragon. Is it a female? I don't think it's a female, so we definitely didn't get a dragon egg. But it was an ice dragon. Interesting. It was so hard for me to tell. Like, there's so many items. I did go ahead and run a kill item command. Yeah, it makes it so hard when you got a bunch of items just dropping everywhere. As far as mass killing these guys quickly, it's definitely not a quick process, and there's so many of them. So I did manage to kill a tier 3 dragon, which isn't too bad. So best thing I can do is, you know, mount it on the wall. This is so cool. If you didn't know you could do this, like, you can actually put these on the wall. And I think you can right-click them or shift-right-click them to turn them in a direction. I don't know if a redstone signal moves its mouth. I haven't really tested it that far. But I do know you can kind of look in the direction that you're pointing. So we kind of have this dragon skull just chilling out over here, which is pretty sick looking. I wish you could take like the dragon skin, which I don't think you can do that, or dragon scales. Ice and fire, which we ended up getting some dragon scales from this. Wish you could like right click them and it would actually like give this the skin model again. I don't know what these are used for. So dragon scale helmet, pretty cool looking gear. Now we only got 21, which you actually need 24 for an entire set. So we were really close. What's the dragon helmet look like though? Because I'm kind of interested in this. As far as everything else, that's just about it. The blocks are used later on for the dragon forge, which we don't really need to worry too much about. The dragon forge would be interesting. I would like to get a dragon. Like that's something I definitely want. Ooh, that is so cool. Now, the good thing is because we've killed this dragon, we can actually wear this as a memento to our achievement, and we can keep the same perks on our gear, but we can actually wear the dragon helmet. Like that's just something that is just really cool to me. So yes, we can actually wear a full set of dragon armor if we really want to. So of course, there's one last thing I wanted to show you guys today before we end the episode, and that is this last spell. Now, this spell is probably going to be one of my favorites, just because it's cute. It's absolutely adorable. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. I'm kind of, hopefully I'm not spoiling it, but if we choose this, we can now summon a familiar. What does that do? Well, as you can see, it summons a little bird like that. And it's got, you know, some neat stuff on it. It does say it is owned by me. Now, the thing that it can do is it can kind of detect mobs that are around it. It can point out interesting things, like it thinks that that's probably pretty interesting. But it also chunk loads. So it chunk loads the area around it. It talks a little bit about it here. It says right here, the blocks that it sees. So it'll report on interesting players, mobs, and blocks that it sees, and will chunk load the area around it. So that's pretty cool, right? And we can, of course, right click it, I guess, to put it into different states. It doesn't really give too much descriptive information about it other than, you know, I guess one mode is follow mode and one mode is probably stay or wander. Wow, and that's going to try and kill it. Creepers just ruin everything, you know. I don't even, you know what? I don't even know what to say about that. That was totally unfair. That creeper. Anyways, good thing we can spawn them in. It only costs 200 mana to spawn them in, and you respawn them. So you see right here, I'm respawning it. It's costing 200 mana each time, but luckily we have so much mana to spare, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and we can actually take the place of this guy. There's some other useful spells, so we can leave this guy here at home. And what we can do is, while that one's at home, we could travel somewhere else. And there's a spell that allows us to actually swap places with it. And so it will go where I was at, and I will go where it was at. So basically, you have a way to teleport back home. And then all you got to do is respawn a new one, if you want. And the old one will disappear from its current location. So pretty crazy and actually really useful. Of course, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, and that is going to go to Shane Larson. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting this amazing community. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon yourself and you would like to join this amazing community, be sure to check the description down below. Awesome, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys, of course, in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.